Hello and welcome back to our Pokemon Showdown team building. Today we are building a team around possibly one of the strongest special attackers in RU, that is Exploud. And the reason for this is not just because its moves. Its moves are admittedly great, but it also gets stabbed from the move I'm talking about. It can be boosted further with Choice Specs, which it is running, and it cannot be immuned. Is that the best way to say it? It cannot be immune by ghost types. So, the move I'm talking about is Boomburst, hence the name Boombox. And honestly, that's like all we're gonna click. That's all we're gonna click. Even when it's resisted, it still does 105 base damage. Because with stab, it'll go to 210. Resisted, it'll bring that back to 105. Honestly, it's still gonna hit ridiculously hard. But just in case there is a Pokemon like Durant is in RU, which this team is going to be built in. Just in case there's something like that comes out that we can hit with Fire Blast for more, we'll run that as well, not instead. No thank you, we'll keep the Boomburst no matter what. It also gets Blizzard, so you know, if that Flygon wants to come in, Blizzard. And for the last move, you know, I really don't know. I really don't know. What else do you get that's crazy? Focus Blast, yep, that. So if, you know, let's just have a look. If Aggro wants to come in, Focus Blast is there. If, yeah, not seeing what else the Focus Blast is going to really hit. Honestly, Boomburst is just going to be essential to this. And we will make you bulky special attacker, because honestly your speed isn't great, so I'd rather you be able to take a hit back, and kill. And your shiny form is really not that different, so it's going to keep you normal. Also, if you haven't noticed in the background, over there, look, tidy, clean, that old TV, gone. It's great. It's absolutely great. And we'll also make your gender female, so we can't be hit by any attract shenanigans. That's something I really should be doing, but I kind of forget. Now we want a team around a normal type, so as long as our physically defensive wall resists, well, physical or special, resists fighting, we should be pretty much good to go. So as long as we get a fairy or psychic type, we generally don't have too much to worry about weaknesses with this Pokemon that we're building a team around, which is great, it's absolutely great. So, that being said, we could easily run something like an Assault Vest, Gallade, with Swords Dance and Drain Punch and try and make that a kind of sustainable defensive wall. That could be really fun. We could also go with Jellicent as a special defensive wall. But we have done that before. It doesn't change the fact that it's a great defensive wall, it doesn't change that at all. But at the same time, I do want to try different things, because we don't do IU very often actually, so it would be quite nice if we did something different. Uxie. Physically defensive Uxie, or special defensive Uxie? I'm thinking physically defensive. Especially defensive could be benefited by Calm Mind, but I'm still thinking physically defensive. Other moves do you learn? What kind of craziness can you get? You get Toxic, you get Stealth. Oh, you're a Stealth user, okay. We'll also give you Toxic. We'll also give you... What else can we give you? That'd be crazy. We'll give you Psychic, so we can at least do some damage with you. And we will give you... You get Giga Drain, which is kind of weird. Do you get any form of recovery? Like Recover or Roost? You have Levitate, maybe you could Roost, maybe? That make a little bit of sense? Oh no, you only get Rest, okay. You do get Amnesia, which really means you would be a great specially defensive wall. But I still want to keep you as physical, I really do. So the main thing that would threaten an Uxie with Psychic would be the fact that it couldn't hit Dark types. So, that being said, I think we're also just going to give you Dazzling Gleam, and we're just going to make you physically defensive. And that looks like a really bad set, so I might come back and change this before the end of this episode. And we will make your bold nature, so your plus defense. You do have some great defenses, it's just the fact that you don't have any reliable form of recovery. That's the only reason. You do have toxic though. So honestly, the only thing that would stop you would be a Drapion. There's not a lot I can do about that though. What could we run that would stop a Drapion? It would have to be... Oh, Drapion really walls Uxie. This does make me want to reconsider, because Drapion's pretty common. Honestly, we could run a Drapion. Cophagregus, that's kind of in the same boat though. Drapion, you're looking like a really good Pokemon to add to the team right now, that's for certain. I'm not seeing a lot of great special walls in this tier that aren't weak to Drapion. Huh. That's kind of crazy. Physical or special walls, I should say. Well, we will keep with Uxie for now, and if something better comes up, we'll go to that. So I'm not going to give you a nickname either just yet. Now for a special wall, I really want to use Frisian. I really do. I love this Pokemon so much. Ever since it was introduced in 5th gen, I was like, I love it. I need it. I need it. It's the best. In fact, I loved all of the Swords of Justice apart from Keldeo. Keldeo is just... I just found it annoying, to be honest. I found it really annoying. So instead, Frisian, you are going to have... I'm tempted to give you Citrus, but I'm also tempted to give you a Lumberry so you don't get burned. But we're going to probably make you a special attacker, so... We'll give you the Citrus Berry. We'll keep with Justifies, that's the only ability you can have. At least if there's a Dark-type move about to hit Uxie, like a Dark Pulse, and we can switch into Frisian, we can get that attack boost. I am thinking about running this as a Carmine set though, so I don't think it's going to be all too useful. We'll run Carmine to give Drain. I could run Focus Blast. Could. Because that's like the only special fighting move it gets, which sucks. You could have gotten, like, Secret Sword, but no. So we'll probably run Focus Blast, and we'll probably run Synthesis. Now, is there anything that is walled out by? Grass Poison. Grass Poison. That won't hit any Grass Poison types. So Amoonguss. Amoonguss would wall out. Which makes me want to change Focus Blast to something else. To what? I don't know. There isn't a whole lot of options here. But I do want you to be a special attacker. I mainly want you to be a special attacker so that you can get recovery from Giga Drain, but maybe that should be changed. Or maybe I'm overthinking things and we should just let this go as it is. We'll give you max special defense, max HP, you are specially defensive, and we will put 4 into your special attack, and we'll make you a calm nature. All of our team's special attack is so fast, that needs to be changed. So instead, let's think about a physically offensive monster that we can add to the team that will destroy Drapion. Done. There we go. We're running a Drapion. In terms of weaknesses, I don't think we have any common weaknesses actually, so you know what? This is fine. This is fine. Now, what are we gonna run on this Drapion? What should we run? There are many ways to run Drapion. I'm thinking we are gonna keep with... We're actually going to go with Sniper. You're definitely going to be running Knockoff and Poison Jab. Now, I have seen the Acupressure set a lot of times because this can honestly lead to a sweep. It can boost the right defense. If it boosts the right defenses, it will lead to a sweep and you can get some craziness off. However, it also gets Sword Stance, which is probably a little bit better in my opinion because you don't have that chance of raising special attack, special defense. That might not be useful if you're in against a physical attacker. It doesn't always pay off. So instead, we are just going to run a nice, straightforward, physical attacking Drapion set. We are going to give you speed investment, and we're going to see how that goes. So you're going to be a Jolly Nature, you're going to have the Sword Stance. Honestly, not a lot outspeeds you. Virizion outspeeds you, but you can hit that with a Poison Jab and destroy it. I mean, Aerodactyl obviously outspeeds Axelgor, but they're fast Pokemon, they don't hit as hard necessarily. An Aerodactyl Earthquake might hurt, but honestly, there's no chance of me staying in on an Aerodactyl anyway, so I'll probably go out into Uxie or something else. So, Drapion, you should be pretty set. You shouldn't have to worry about too many offensive threats. As for your item, we're probably going to give you a Lumberry so you can't get burned, and you can keep that Sword Stance going. I don't have any nicknames for any of these Pokemon. I don't have a clue. Don't have a clue. I've probably used them before and I just don't know. Now I want to keep with the physical attackers. I do want another physical attacker. We have a Stealth Rock user. We don't have a Rapid Spin user. But honestly, I don't know what we'd even go for Rapid Spin in this tier. I know Blastoise gets it. I think, yeah, Blastoise is in this tier. Diancie is now in this tier. That I did not know. Diancie has moved down to IU. Huh. Last time I checked, Charizard was IU, but it doesn't look like it's IU anymore, so don't know where that's gone. Now, what typings are we gonna, what Pokemon are we gonna have trouble against? That's how I'm gonna build the rest of this team. Because quite honestly, we have our Pokemon that is gonna be our star, we have Physical Wall, we have Special Wall, and now we're just looking for something to round out the team. So, we have Drapion being quite a threat. That's definitely something. But Drapion really can't do much to Boombox if it's in against it. It can't do much against the Drapion itself other than Earthquake. What Pokemon would we have trouble against? You know, I'm not seeing too much off the top of my head, which is good. I'm thinking maybe we could run something like a Scavalier. We don't have the fastest team right now, so maybe not. We could run Electros, because there is never a reason not to run an Electros. It has no weaknesses. Yeah, we're going to run an Electros right there. You're going to be a physical set with... How do we run you? We're going to give you Drain Punch. You're going to be physical, I know that much. Which means you're probably going to run around Knockoff as well. We could also give you U-Turn. And I guess we should probably give you Wild Charge or Thunder Punch. And we'll probably make you a Soul Vest, just to make you a little bit bulkier, and we will give you max HP, max attack. You'll be kind of bulky on the special side. And you'll also have Switch Initiative, Stab, Recovery, and a way to get rid of their items. That seems pretty damn good. As for a name, I still don't have a name. I still don't have a name. You do look like aliens from the Alien vs. Predator, so we'll call it. That is such a crap name. Oh well, we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. And as for a final Pokemon on this team, I want something fast, because we don't have any fast attackers yet. We need something fast that's gonna just deal straight damage. Cinccino, kind of fast, but that's another normal type. No thank you. Duran. Duran is kind of tempting. Duran is kind of tempting, but I'm gonna keep looking a little bit. Sadly, Sneasel is one of the fastest in this tier, and that's pretty bad. I'm trying to stick all my Pokemon in I for some reason. I don't know why I'm doing that. I just am. I'm thinking we're going to try and run Duran. It's not the fastest Pokemon in this tier, but it's pretty fast. And it has a little bit of setup with Home Claws. So I think we're going to run Duran. I think it's going to be holding... You know what? I really don't know. I don't know what you're going to be holding. Is there any crazy items that you could run that might actually be incredibly useful. Scope lens increases crit ratio. Nope, not really what I'm after. Okay, let's think about the moves first in that case. You're going to be a home course set with Iron Head and X Scissor, I know that much. That's your final move. What would be untouched by that? Bug and Steel. What resists both Bug and Steel? Steel types. Okay, looks like you're going to be running Superpower then for your final move. So yeah, Superpower. You're going to be fast, physical attacker, and you are going to be... I'm really tempted to make you Focus Sash because your special defense is pretty crap. And that way we always have something to get rid of any threats that are completely set up. It's just nice to have a Focus Sash user on the team, because that way if the opponent, say, has gone for like 5 Dragon Dance with a goddamn Salamence, I know that isn't going to happen this year, but if it happens, then at least you have a way to take a hit and get rid of it. So I think we're going to go with a Focus Sash, that way if we get hit by a Fire type move, we're good. Why is your hidden ability truant? Why would we even want that? You're going to have Hustle. Which, yes, I know that can mean that we can miss, but hopefully Home Claws should get rid of that. As for moves, and as for Uxie, still not 100% sold on Uxie being our physical. Not 100%. But honestly, I don't know what would be better, because we're looking for something that can take fighting hits. That's what it comes down to. And in that case, you're pretty much perfect, so I mean, there's no reason not to. I just wish it had a form of recovery. It does get rest, but I'm not feeling rest. I'm not feeling it. So, I can't remember what Lake Guardian you're meant to be. I know you all have like a certain emotion. You're all like emotion Pokemon or willpower. You're willpower, not emotion. So therefore, I have no better name than willpower. I have absolutely no name in my head for any of these Pokemon because I just don't use them. I have never used a Virizion. I'm kind of intrigued. I kind of think it's going to be crap because that 4 times weakness to flying, but we can see. It is our only flying weakness though. We honestly don't have too many common weaknesses. We have a double weakness to fire. This Pokemon only weak to fighting. This Pokemon only weak to ground. This Pokemon no weaknesses. This Pokemon only weak to fire. We really don't have many common weaknesses, which is good. Virizion, you know what? I don't know. I don't have a clue. Virizion, you're staying as Virizion. Drapion, I'm sure I've used Drapion before. I'm absolutely sure of it. And I don't remember what I called it. I don't remember at all. So you know what? Alien, that's a crap name. Willpower, that's a crap name. We're just gonna have Boombox. The rest are not gonna be named because honestly, I can't name them. Leave names for them in the comments below. Seriously, I don't know. I don't know what to call them. We're going to quickly validate the team and make sure it's okay. Team is valid for IE, so it looks like this is going to be our team. I'm going to say it right here and now. This may not be the best team, but hopefully we can pull off some wins. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below and hit that subscribe button. It really helps out. And without further ado, bye!